This is Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam. There's a lot to see and do in Hanoi during the daylight, experiencing the alluring aroma of Hanoian coffee, sightseeing at Hanoi's plethora of museums featuring art from the most contemporary to the most classical. Immerse yourself in the charming and ancient architecture of Hanoi, or just blend in with the crowd and observe the locals going about their daily lives. However, there's a different rhythm of Hanoi that many first-time tourists may not know much about. Hanoi at nighttime. Hi, my name is Daniel Monji. I've spent nearly half my life traveling around the world, doing all kinds of odd jobs to fuel my supposedly endless journey. And though I've only been living in Vietnam for a little over a year, I think this is where I'm going to settle my whole life. Through my eyes, I am going to show you why I decide Vietnam is my forever home. This is When in Vietnam. It's a shame how Hanoi's nightlife isn't more popular, because it is what fuels me. The thing about it though is that you have to keep an eye out for the interesting shenanigans. Hanoi nightlife is only reserved for those who know where to look. For those who have a nightlife occupation, their work schedule is reversed. Their day starts when ordinary people begin to leave work for home. Bars begin to bustle with servers rushing back and forth. Cooks in the street stalls start preparing their first batch of meals. And nightlife entertainers, drag queens, begin to dress up for their shows. In recent years, the drag movement has gained significant attention in Vietnam. The art form has been showcased in music videos and major concerts, even attracting participation from well-known artists. The scene has also seen an unprecedented surge in participants over the past few years, leading to the establishment of two prominent drag houses within Hanoi. Today, we'll explore one founded by a foreigner in Hanoi who has dedicated nearly 7 years to the craft, Winnie Wakanda Washington. Winnie Wakanda Washington was originally from South Africa. She has garnered quite a bit of attention from TikTok with her food review content in Vietnamese. With her iconic greeting, "Hello everybody!"
Hello everybody! Hello everybody! Uống bia hơi Hà Nội ở quán bia ven hồ. Ok, giờ chỉ là 1/8 Trần Vũ. Ok, uống với Winnie.
She has charmed hundreds of thousands of viewers.
Ok, bình thường, ít đường bởi vì Winnie sợ béo, thơm và ngon.
Today, we'll have an exclusive look at her process behind the scenes. So Winnie, can you tell me more about you being a drag queen and how it has happened for you in Hanoi?
When I started doing drag, I had a mother. My mother is Betty Queen, all the way from High Farm. Hey mother, I'm on TV. Our mutual friend saw me and he said to me, I think you can do drag. I'm gonna give you 5 million to jumpstart your drag and let's see what you can do.
Oh wow.
And almost 7 years later, I'm here.
How would you say is the difference as a queer person within Hanoi compared to that of being a queer person in South Africa for you?
For me, I've never felt more accepted being queer than being here. I love it. It's just pure attention and joy more than anything. Like nobody ever makes me feel like I'm out of place here, and I think that is very important for somebody who grew up feeling like they're out of place in the first place. Here, everyone just looks at me as somebody who looks pretty, you know, like yesterday I was called a doll, which is a compliment to me, you know, because I call myself Bukbe Winnie anyway. You know.
Obviously, it's not easy creating something that hasn't existed like a drag house within Hanoi. And how has this process come about?
Before Wet Dynasty, we were Wet Market, right? And that was like a play on words, because we were just like, okay, we are selling shows, right? So we might as well call ourselves a wet market, because there are many wet markets in the city. The reason why we changed to Wet Dynasty was because we moved from being a sister house to a traditional drag house. Wet Market it's such a good marketing name, but it's also, it doesn't represent us well enough. That's why we moved to a dynasty, because it's more family oriented. My first daughter is Irina the Diva Wakanda. She's one of the best dancers I know. I just kept saying to her, you should do drag, you should do drag, never thinking that she would like come to me and ask to be her mother. And right now we have 12 performers who are performing regularly in the city, and then we have 3 trainees currently, and we have an extra 2 support.
It sounded like Winnie and her drag house very much run like an entertainment company. I'm curious to find out, how does one maintain a drag house? Hello, how are you?
Hi!
I see a lot of drag things in your doll closet.
For every doll, she has to have a dressing room, right? And so as we. Here we have multiple styles of shoes. We have heels, we have pumps, we have drag queen shoes that only drag queens can wear, and multiple variations for every and each drag queen. Here we have dresses for your hair, wigs. I mean, you can see different hairstyles. We have different colors. Some we use for photo shoots, some we use for performance. We have Miss Fancy Panty Wakanda, responsible of styling wigs in the house, and she made most of these wigs.
But now I would like to get to the main product. Do the other queens take part in making their own dresses?
Good question, good question. We actually collaborate on looks, designs. For example, you can see in this one, some created some pieces, some have to stone the garments. The garments have to be stoned, honey, in order for it to be glamorous on stage. Speaking about glamorous, all shiny, all glitz and glam, how much would you pay for this one?
If I had a motorbike,
yes,
I would probably trade in my motorbike.
Oh wow, well darling. The materials, I got them from my own apartment. So, with all the glitz and glams, honey, this is a toilet paper roll.
Wow.
And a plastic bag. I can give you a demonstration. Being a drag queen, you'll have to be very creative with resources and things that you make stuff out of with. It obviously takes a village to maintain a house, from organizing, getting gigs for the queens, who's going to perform where and what they're wearing, when to bring back stuff that has been used, when to take care of it. It takes a village, and we all work as a team together to create performances for the audiences.
The more I get to know Winnie and her drag house, the more I'm amazed by how the queens, regardless of their backgrounds, expat or Vietnamese, have leaned onto each other to help build a family and look out for each other, whether in or out of drag. The drag community here has allowed many queer people to find the confidence in self-expression and inspire others to live more freely and openly. It is even more incredible to see how Hanoi, and by extension Vietnam, has embraced the art of drag and helped foster its development. So, since we've taken you to the streets, as a queer person, what adjective would you give to Hanoi, and as an extension for Vietnam as well?
I would say it is magical. When I was growing up, I didn't know that this was going to be my life. I just assumed that I would just be a normal citizen doing a normal citizen's job, instead of going out there as a queer person and seeing life the way that I see it today. Seeing people who are way younger than I am know who they are way faster than I knew who I was. Seeing a 19-year-old having figured themselves out because there are resources for them to figure themselves out, that is magical.
As I hung out with Winnie, I couldn't help but notice the confidence that radiated from her presence alone. But what surprised me was more the reaction of the people. They weren't intimidated. Instead, they saw it as an invitation. The people of Hanoi embraced Winnie's confidence as if it had always been a part of their world.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wow, they do make heels look a lot easier. I even tried dancing, but it doesn't seem as easy as it looks. And I mean, it's 10:30 in the evening, and they are really putting in all the effort and the hard work to make femininity work. I mean, they're letting the hips go and the smile stay. So what more can I say? That is the preparation for Hanoi's nightlife. During the practice, I can feel the positive camaraderie atmosphere spreading in the room. All these would have been strangers coming from different backgrounds. Moroccan, South African, Vietnamese wouldn't have crossed paths had it not been for the foundation that is Winnie's Drag House.
She is so devoted in like teaching me doing everything in drag. She's always like a health mom. She's helped me doing a lot from my makeup, my wigs, and my outfits. And when she's like, oh, that is just like not a mom. It's just not only a mom, it's like a lifesaver, a life drag savior.
Thank you so much for being my mother, and I really respect you. And vừa rồi với Wednesday thì em muốn nói là cảm ơn Wednesday rất nhiều về đây. Wednesday chính là thanh xuân của em.
Okay, well, thank you so much everyone for your hard work and dedication. And you guys are making those heels look amazing. And I wish you all the best for the shows ahead. And I would like to ask if you guys want to take a photo with me, just for memory's sake.
Yes.
There we go. One, two, three, kiss Winnie! As you can see, the life for a queer person in Hanoi can be quite robust. There's a host of activities for you to do and places to visit. Oh, I didn't see you there. Neon lights and dark alleys. Can you guess where I'm at? Oh, you do? Okay, well, follow me. Well, if you are looking for a vibrant night with great music, signature cocktails and dazzling performances from Hanoi's colorful queer community, R7 is the place to be. Since opening in 2021, R7, founded by Michael and Rudy, has become a buzzing hub for LGBTQIA. I had the chance to sit down with Michael to discover the secrets behind creating such an incredible atmosphere, along with their irresistible cocktails.
So this is our bar. So also doubling as R&D, research and development. We like to have a new menu, and we're so lucky in Vietnam to have such amazing flavors and nuances that come through.
So do you guys shake around outside just your classic cocktails?
No, so we do have 7 signature cocktails, but we have designed a special one just for you today. So we're going to take you through a cocktail that we've designed especially for you. Call it Dongji.
Oh, that sounds quite riveting.
So Dongchi means comrade in Vietnamese. It's something like people have the same mindset, you know, working together, working towards a common goal. Have a wonderful shaker just here for you. Your muscles ready?
They're all pumped up. I'm ready.
Fantastic, I love that. All right, so can you put in one of these big ones of some mandarin orange juice?
I can do that. Is it freshly squeezed?
Yes, yes it is. So one shot of this one will have just the right amount of sweetness, but we're going to balance it out with some Vietnamese limes as well.
And do you create all your cocktails in-house?
Absolutely, 100% we do. That's a lot. So you're going to a big one, big nice. Wow.
I've heard you do events on the weekend. Does it bring a big crowd?
On Fridays we do drag, and then on Saturdays we also do other kind of entertainment options. It's always rotating. I think we finished the cocktail. So we're lucky enough to have already some guests. So, gentlemen, I don't think we need these for tonight.
Oh, what's going on?
I have created something I think you guys might like.
Okay.
So,
I'm trying that.
So this one is labeled as the Dongchi, and this one is a balsamic mojito.
Oh.
Please feel free to taste them.
Well, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're the only venue that has been LGBT owned, operated and executed. The core concept of that was arrive as a guest but like leave as a friend. So everything that we do here from conception to execution is within the community. All of our entertainers are in the community, all of our staff are of the community, and also all of our brands that we use either support LGBTQ foundations or promote safe spaces for LGBT.
So, are we all ready? Let me introduce the Diệu Drag House!
We always try to bring a safe space for the queer community to showcase themselves and their art, and others to come and feel delight and embraced. And it has been the same ever since with the drag scene, is creating a safe space for the people. But now, as we get more and more professional and we are more serious with what we do, it's not only a part-time hobby or something we just like to do. We focus it more, we create houses, we practice together, and we professionalize the art form. Until now, we have more and more local performers, which is really great also because we do have a lot of flavors and also material from our own culture. It is a great way to connect the performers to the audience who are really new to the scene.
Hello mọi người ơi! He, she, they, them in the front row. Please sit down.
The first time I walked into R7 on a weekend, I could immediately feel the vibe. It wasn't just the bar, it was an experience. The music? Whether you're into pop hits or something more traditional, they've got you covered. What really caught my eye was how many straight people from all over Hanoi were there, not just watching, but fully participating in the performances by the drag queen artists. It completely changed how I viewed the LGBTQIA+ community, breaking down the old misconceptions that it was unsafe or exclusive. At R7, I saw community coming together, supporting one another and building something strong and lasting.
Although I didn't understand much, but through the visuals and the performance, which was very much, like it's beautiful to see. You don't have to speak the language to feel, the vibe. It was an immersive experience. I think it's enjoyable.
Here, people are super friendly, and the show was insane. It was amazing.
It being a very welcoming environment, I can show up here on a Friday or Saturday night without anyone or any plans to meet someone, and I'll know people and be like, oh, I know you. And it's been great kind of having that friendship and inclusion and acceptance. It's been a wonderful scene here. Yeah.
We do a lot of work with other organizations that work within the LGBT field in general. So like Pride Hanoi, Lighthouse Sexual Health Clinic. And I think it's great collaboration between everyone, Pride Hanoi is really bringing all the organizations together, and R7 is, I guess, the watering hole where people go afterwards.
And we also work with other non-profit groups to host events, but then we give them the space to use free of charge. We consistently, every day, we match all of the tips, and then we donate that to Lighthouse also. I think the community in itself, when I first started, was quite broken and dispersed. But now, I think also because of what we do here, we make connections and we share, especially with the drag queen kind of followings. I think the community is slowly coming together. And I love Vietnam, and I want to see the LGBTQ community thrive and survive. And I feel that with my contribution, I can help that.
Thanks to the amazing support from groups like R7, Hanoi Pride, Haidang Lighthouse, and other organizations, more and more young people in the queer community are starting to feel safe, proud, and confident to be themselves. And you know what? That support is making a real difference. People are becoming more open-minded and understanding. Drag is also growing fast in Vietnam, and it is not just about the makeup or the performance. It is talent, it is art, and it deserves respect. Seeing these artists shine on stage shows just how creative and brave our community is. It is a sign that Vietnam is moving forward and becoming more loving and accepting. And that is how my night out in Hanoi, Vietnam comes to an end. Every friend I've met, every place I've visited, has helped me learn more about this amazing place. About Vietnamese people.
Embracing it always, no matter who you are or where you're from. The people of Vietnam are very curious, very engaged, and want to be friends with you and get to know you.
About drag queen community.
That is magical. Seeing people who are way younger than I am figure themselves out because there are resources for them to figure themselves out.
About the queer community.
Certainly growing, it's certainly vibrant, and certainly at most definitely loud.
It's fab to be in Hanoi, it's fab to be in Vietnam, it's fab to be gay and LGBT in Vietnam.
Exactly. It's so fabulous to be here. Vietnam embodies all the adjectives that they have listed. If I were to add something, I would say that Vietnam is incredibly open to change and new ideas and welcoming the expats like me, allowing us to push the boundaries of our imagination.